when we think about what makes a great trainer, especially when delivering this content, somebody who's able to find the balance between kind of bringing people new language and new understandings, and then pushing people to think about if it stays in my head and it's theoretical, it doesn't do any good to anybody. So how do I, as a trainer, like bring language, bring content, and also push them to think about how they're going to use it the very next day so that they can make a difference for somebody in the workplace? To me, we all have different styles as trainers. You know, this person's funny, this person's more serious, this person's introspective. All of that can be successful. But we all have to figure out a way in however we bring the training and make it come alive, so that people feel like they will go use it the next day to benefit somebody that they work with.
Piece I would add on there is being willing to be vulnerable yourself, being
Hmm.
willing to model that which it is you want others to do. So to actually be able to say, here's where I held a bias in the past. Here's the outcome of that. Here's where I had a microaggression that either I did or had done to me, and here's how that got handled. Those real world situations not only showcase that, okay, this is happening, this happens to all of us. All of us here have probably had the opportunity to experience what it's like to have someone prejudge us before we even opened our mouth. And so how do we make it normal to be able to have these conversations where we demystify and normalize the fact that it's happening so that we can really talk about it and get to the root of it. Instead of it being one of those things we all wish didn't happen and tuck it under the rug and just get back to work and move on. And the number of participants I have been in the honor of serving and hearing that they have been told to just move along, it doesn't work. It stays with us, right? It builds resentment. It leaks that trust that it's all of a sudden I'm not going to trust you. I'm not going to come to you when there's a challenge. So therefore, products and services are not being served the way they could be. And so it just permits that more open dialogue through the very fact that I'm being vulnerable as a facilitator. So that would be a big thing I would encourage folks to do is not make it too client centric, but also make it your own experience that you're sharing so that clients feel more inclined, or your participants, your colleagues feel more inclined to want to open up as well.